Kelsey, all the mics are on, so you are live. And let's go ahead and start things off with you, Howard.
Kelsey, great to chat with you. I'm writing a story about Sixth Woman of the Year, and it seems like there are two primary candidates, you being one of them, Dearica being the other. If you go by like win shares, you are the only two primary bench players with at least one win. You're both having stellar seasons. Your coach just endorsed you for the award. I'm hoping you could take me through, if you want to make your case for yourself, I'm going to have Dearica make the case for you. And then also if you can make the case for her.
Yeah, well, Dee and I are like best friends off the court. And so we've talked about it and we'd like to do a co. So I hope that kind of ends the conversation. There's no like me trying to out her or her trying to out me. We go out there and we try to give a bunch of energy and, just make plays, right? Both on the offensive and defensive end. And I think that, when we come in the game, the people feel it. I know our fans, it's always so funny. Like when we check into the game, we feel all the love and the support because they kind of like, they bring their energy up as well. So it's cool. I mean, I think that for us, I'm not going to make a case for me or her. I think it should be co. Because, it depends on the game. And then I think together we play really well together. So, I mean, I don't know if the league will do that, but that would be my argument. I think it's co.
Mm-hmm. I will inquire what my rights are as a voter and whether I'll be able to put two names in there.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But just in the bigger picture of playing that role for Bill has historically had players really succeed off the bench through the years. And I'm wondering why you think that is and how that's played a part in your success coming off the bench for him specifically.
I think it's a couple of things. Number one, when we practice, black is the starting squad and then white is the people that come off the bench. And, we really go at it. So I think that we give black a run for their money in terms of drills, scrimmage, live situations. So I think we get a really good competitive, like healthy competition going. And I think that's what makes us good as a team, right? Because you're really as good as like your depth. Everyone knows in the WNBA, there's so much talent across the board, especially with a lot of the top teams. So you kind of have to go into your bench. And so I think that Bill values the bench a lot and he understands the importance of, you don't want the level of play or intensity or just, scoring whatever to drop when you sub. And so I think we take a lot of pride in that. And so I think Dearica and I know that we are starters. But if we want to win, which we do, we're sacrificing and coming off the bench. And so I think that we've kind of taken that mentality upon ourselves. And when we go in, we don't want the level to drop. We want to take it up a notch. So I think that we've done that. And so it's just really cool to have someone to be able to do it with you.
I appreciate it, Kelsey. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nick?
Hey, Kelsey, from your perspective, how much do you feel like your defense has improved over the course of the season? And where would you rank yourself defensively right now as far as just that growth and going through the whole season, obviously going through the Olympic opportunities and where you are right now?
Yeah, I think for me, coming in this season, I definitely wanted to make a key emphasis on like, I'm not just back to be able to score the ball. I'm back to make plays defensively. So, when we play teams, usually Raquana and I take the best guard. And we just have a lot of pride in that. Me and her want to hold them single digits and even attempts and things like that. And so we take a lot of pride in being disciplined. And, I think that my statistics, I don't know, defensive statistic wise, I probably will never lead the league in like steals or block shots or anything like that. But I know that I'm giving nothing easy. I know that I'm physical and I'm just tough. Like I'm just going to be annoying. And, I hope people feel that. And I'm not really, I think it's funny because like we do a lot of stuff based on statistics in this league, and that's fine. And I think there are people that go for steals and things like that. But I think when you're playing sound defensively and you're just really locked in, it's really about the lack of attempts somebody gets, the lack of touches they get, the difficulty of shots that they get. And so I think I've done a really good job. I'm proud of myself. And yeah, I mean, I don't run from the smoke. So whoever the best players on the other team in terms of the guard, I would like to be on them.
True indeed. You talked about Raquana, and how much has she helped you just mentally when you guys are able to feed off each other, create that defensive intensity, and pretty much you have somebody now that you can say, okay, hey, you could take this side, I'm going to take this side, and be able to still mesh and still be able to play at a high level defensively.
It's huge. I mean, just someone with such veteran experience, and to be able to, pick her brain on like, hey, what would you do on this? Would you top block? Would you go over? Would you shoot the gap? How you playing this? And so I get to watch her, which is great because I learn a ton just watching her and how she finds, ways to just really bother whoever she's guarding. And, in practice, black and white, we go against each other a lot. So she's on me, I'm on her. I just think it makes us better, offensively and defensively. So that's been someone that's just really been like a mentor and a leader for me in terms of like how I need to get through things and stuff like that. And so I haven't had that before. And so I'm just grateful because, she doesn't have to do that, especially because we play similar positions. And then in games as well, like we might be at the same time and, she might be on somebody and halfway through, she may be a little winded, but I'll look at her and I'm like, you want me to get them? And she's like, yeah, and we'll switch and vice versa. So it's just been great to be able to play with someone that prides themselves like that on the defensive end. And yeah, I mean, it's been really cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you.
Quick number to back some of that up. The two starting guards against the Las Vegas Aces this year, the opposition, we've held them to 26.9% shooting from 3-point range. In all of their other games, they are making 36.7%. So 100-point drop off when they play the Aces out on the perimeter shooting. And you can see more and hear more about that on the telecast tomorrow from Anne Marie and Carolyn Peck on MyLV TV. Last question for you, Kelsey. Let's talk Chicago a little bit. A little odd playing a team for the first time this late in the year, but you're going to get to see them a lot. 3 out of the next 5 games. What have you seen in film that's made them so good, particularly as they hit the season, the end of the season on quite a run?
Yeah, I think they're one of the hottest teams in the league. I mean, they lost last night to Phoenix, but again, Phoenix is arguably the hottest team in the league. So they're tough. They're deep like us. People coming off the bench are really high quality players and can score at will. And so it's going to be a battle. And it's really interesting. Like you said, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where we've had this long of a gap between playing. We've never played them this year, and then we'll play them like pretty much back to back to back almost. So it's tough, and it's almost like a series. And when it's like that, I think that we have to be extra locked in and focused because the little things are going to make the difference. But I mean, I'm excited to throw the ball up and let's see. We don't really know. We haven't matched up with them yet this season, but they're a very good team and should be tough.
Thanks a lot, KP. We'll let you go and see
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow evening, 7:00, MyLV TV. Howard, Nick, thanks for coming out. See you later.
Thanks for having us. Good to see you, Nick.